Good to have you with us. May make an adjustment here. Yeah, it's good to sorry, good to have you with us tonight as we come to you at the end of what is known as the traditional recruiting day. There was a time in the past years when February 2nd would be the big day of recruiting. Now we have the early recruiting period in December, and so as one sports writer put it today, for the University of Georgia and for a lot of these teams, a lot of the hay was already in the barn as we came to February 2nd and the traditional recruiting day. In other words, a lot of guys have already committed, already signed, but there was still, some anticipation for today, and Georgia did received some very good news today on the recruiting front. And good news for some players who fulfill their commitments and a couple who made commitments to the University of Georgia. All in all, it was a good day for Georgia as far as recruiting is concerned. We thought we'd just jump in here and give you just an update on recruiting today. Hopefully, you had a good day at work today. By the way, that wrote it, what is that? The groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil or whatever. Did he see his shadow? What? You don't know? Well, I don't know either. But so well, it's going to be 6 weeks before spring anyway. So who cares? Who cares? Never did understand that one. But anyway, I hope you had a good Groundhog Day. And by the way, great movie, Bill Murray, Groundhog Day. So we're going to talk a little bit about Georgia and and just take a look at the the final class for the University of Georgia. They have 29 signees, and of course, with the transfer portal, well, things are not done yet. Georgia got some good players today, rounded out their class for for this year for 2022. And EJ, I agree with you; it's a very good class. Georgia got some good players today, so we're going to take a look at each one and just give you a kind of an update on what happened today as far as recruiting is concerned. What? Yeah, I know Tom Brady retired. Okay, Tom Brady retired. We're so happy. By the way, congratulations to Matthew Stafford, University of Georgia, former Bulldog quarterback, of course. He's going to be in the Super Bowl in a couple of weeks with the Los Angeles Rams. Congratulations to Matthew Stafford. By the way, we have posted on our website, UGA Football News on Facebook and Instagram, an interview I did today with Hudson Swafford, who is a golfer, a graduate of the University of Georgia, played golf at the University of Georgia 2011. He's on the PGA Tour. He has, three victories? Well, actually, four pro victories, one on the web.com tour, kind of like the minor leagues of golf, and then three PGA Tour wins. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, he won the American Express, the old Bob Hope Desert Classic golf tournament out in Southern California. And so we had a great time talking with Hudson Swafford. So check out that podcast. You can go to our Facebook page, UGA Football News Facebook page right here, and also our UGA Football News Instagram page. And you can find that as well. Also, you can go to todaysportsreport.com and you can find that and our other podcast as well. But a good talk today with Hudson Swafford, a good guy, great supporter of the University of Georgia. So good to have you along with us. If you want to post some of your comments, we'd love to have you jump in there. Tracy has been trying to get Kirby more money since I don't know when. And, maybe it'll happen. We'll just have to wait and see. He did get a pile of money in the bonus, for being in the SEC championship game and winning the national championship. He well over $1 million bonus for that. But as far as salary is concerned, I hadn't heard anything about a raise for Kirby Smart. Hey, Red, how you doing, my man? Any updates on Gilbert? He's on the roster. Arik Gilbert is on the roster. Um, and from what I understand, yes, sir, Gene. From what I understand, Arik Gilbert will be on the roster and will be playing for Georgia next season. So, in fact, he's highly, highly rated by Pro Football Focus as one of the top tight ends. He's more of a hybrid tight end wide receiver kind of guy. But as far as we know, Arik Gilbert is on the roster, and he could very well be. He had some issues, um, and no updates really on what those issues were, and private thing, and then we all understand that. So hopefully, those things have been ironed out for Arik Gilbert. So let's take a look at what. Yeah, we did. We did lose Jordan James. Now, Jordan James, a four-star running back in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, was a commit to Georgia, but he kind of flipped and he did flip and he's going to Oregon. Dan Lanning landed Jordan James, who was at one time the commit to Georgia. He's now going to Oregon, but that was expected. He beat that was the scuttlebutt for him anyway, coming into the day. So that was really no surprise for Georgia. No really flips. They didn't flip anybody that they didn't expect to get, and they didn't lose anybody that they expected to get. So all in all, it was the day went as expected for the University of Georgia. A couple of disappointments. Shamar Stewart, the big defensive lineman out of Florida, committed to Texas A&M. Georgia was hoping maybe to get him. But again, he was expected to sign with Texas A&M. By the way, speaking of Texas A&M, the recruiting services, they put the stars on the players, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star on the players. And according to 247sports.com, Texas A&M had an historic recruiting class today, finished up an historic recruiting class today, piled up a bunch of, stars, ever how they count all that and all that kind of thing. So Texas A&M really loaded up today. And so now what you going to do with it? So we'll see in the future. But, and by the way, Stetson Bennett's brother was extended an offer to be not a scholarship, but a preferred walk-on. Yeah. Stetson Bennett's brother will be a walk-on at the University of Georgia. He's what is he? Running back and wide receiver, kind of hybrid kind of guy. So how about that? Stetson Bennett's brother is a preferred walk-on, which means, he's going to find a place on the squad. In other words, they expect him to walk on, not going to give him a scholarship, but he probably will have a position on the team. So congratulations to what was his name? Okay. You didn't get that, did you? Well, okay. All right. So here's the signing. Georgia has 29 signees. We'll go over them quickly. Keith Bear Alexander, defensive lineman, 6'3", 315 out of Denton, Texas. I love the name, Bear Alexander. Had some issue. I think he was injured, right? Yeah, he's dealing with some injuries and will not be able to participate in spring practice, but he's a big get, well thought of. I think he was a 3-star. Was he a 3-star or a 4-star? No, he was a 4-star. Yeah, 4-star. Well, let's go with the one that has the stars with it. Michael Williams, the National High School Player of the Year, Michael Williams, out of Hardaway, Columbus, defensive lineman, 6'5", 265, 5-star, is with the Bulldogs. Maliki Starks from Jefferson, Georgia. He's an athlete, which means, he could play several different positions. He's a 5-star, 6'1", 200 pounds. In other words, he's athletic and he can play running back, wide receiver. He's an athlete. They'll find a place to put him, offensively or defensively. Daylon Everett from IMG Academy in Florida. He's a 5-star cornerback, 6'1", 185. Good get. Ernest Green St. John Bosco, Bellflower, California. He's a 4-star inside linebacker. 6'4", um, 6'4" and a half, 330 pounds. Jalen Walker from North Carolina, 4-star linebacker, 6'2", 220. Oscar Depp of Cumming, Georgia, West Forsyth High School. Cumming, Georgia, tight end, 6'5", 224, 4-star. Gunnar Stockton, quarterback, of course, Tiger, Georgia, Rabun County, 6'1", 220. Quarterback. Let's see, C.J. Washington, Cedartown, Georgia. Yes, Lynn, I agree with you. A very good class. Right now, by the way, Georgia has the number 3 ranked class, according to 247sports.com. And I think also Rivals has them at number 3 as well. Right now, let's see. Let's find the classes here. Texas A&M, as we said, Texas A&M has the number 1 class, apparently an historic class as far as the stars are concerned. 4-star, 3-star, 5-star, that kind of thing. Alabama's number 2 has the number 2 recruiting class. Georgia number 3. Ohio State number 4. Texas number 5. Penn State, good class, number 6. Notre Dame, number 7. Michigan, number 8. So is Harbaugh going? Did he announce today that he's going? He didn't. Okay. Harbaugh, maybe he might be a coach in the NFL. Oklahoma, the number 9 ranked team, and North Carolina, number 10. So that's the recruiting thing. Now, for whatever happened today, and Georgia, good class. Whatever happened today, that's not counting the portal. The portal. Georgia now is going to. They have some targets. They have Georgia has targets. See that? That's how this thing works. Georgia has targets, and they're going to go after them. By the way, Caleb Williams out of Oklahoma went to USC. Not really a surprise. Lincoln Riley, his coach, is the new coach out there. Sean Dunlap, good class, absolutely. Yes, they are. Let's see. Who else we got? C.J. Washington, we said that. Chandler Smith out of Florida, wide receiver, 6'1", 180. Denalyn Morissette out of Kennesaw, Georgia. North Cobb High School, wide receiver, 6 foot, 197. Ja'Cory Thomas out of Orlando, Florida, safety, 6'1", 188. Carlton Madden out of Ellenwood, Georgia. Cedar Grove High School, edge rusher, 6'3", 239. He's a 4-star. Alu Ba, IMG Academy, Bradenton, Florida. Offensive tackle, 6'5", 325. 4-star. Jacob Hood, Hillsboro High School out of Nashville, Tennessee. Offensive tackle, 6'8", 342. 6'8", 342. Yes, there you go. Sean Washington out of Nolens. Warren Easton High School, 6'3", 297. He's a 3-star. Griffin Scroggs, Loganville, Georgia, Grayson High School, inside linebacker, 6'4", 315, a 3-star. Brett Thorson, good eye, Mike. I know, that's terrible. You told me to stop doing that, didn't you? I'm sorry. Yeah, I will. Brett Thorson, pro kick out of Australia. He's out of Australia. Here's our punter, 6'2", 205, 3-star. Kirby, the coaches will indeed develop the talent. Yes, I agree with you, Sean. The talent is there. The coaches certainly are there. McClendon is, of course, Brian McClendon with Georgia. Mike Bobo back with the Bulldogs. Marvin Jones Jr. out of American Heritage High School, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He's an edge rusher, 6'4" and a half, 245 pounds. He's a 5-star, right? Yeah, he's a 5-star. Jaheim Singletary out of Jacksonville, Florida, Riverside High School. Cornerback, 6'2", 170. Branson Robinson out of Madison, Mississippi, Germantown High School. Running back, 5'10", 220. Julian Humphrey, cornerback, 6'1", 185. Christian Miller. Boy, that was a big get today. Man, that was that was a big get today, Christian Miller. And I watched his commitment. That was cool. I mean, Christian Miller now, well thought of. Ohio State really went after Christian Miller, defensive lineman, 6'4", 294. Ohio State and South Carolina really made a push for Christian Miller, but the young man did what was good. He stayed home, and that was cool. I say, I believe, yeah, yes, absolutely. Enjoying it from New York. Well, it's good to have you with us, my friend. Indeed, Johnny. We appreciate you joining us, and go Dogs, indeed. Darius Smith from Appling County. I used to live in Appling County at one time. Yeah, Baxley, Georgia. Good folks over there. He's an edge rusher, 6'6", 225. Dylan Bell, he signed today with the University of Georgia, wide receiver out of Houston, Texas, 6'2", 205. Somebody, the comments are that the weak link for this signing class is not a really standout wide receiver. I don't know if that's true. It could be true. I don't know if that's true, but we shall see. But the transfer portal is there, and they're going to hit it hard. EJ Lightsey from Fitzgerald, Georgia. His high school won the state championship in its classification. He's a linebacker, 6'2", 210. He was a commit to Florida. And then when Dan Mullen was let go, he said, nope, I'm not going to do that. And South Carolina made a big push for him. But he paid a visit to Georgia, and then he canceled his visit to South Carolina. So you pretty well knew. Plus, Kirby Smart flew in the Kirby copter into Fitzgerald, Georgia to visit with EJ Lightsey, which is, kind of cool. Andrew Paul. Now, this was interesting. Andrew Paul, Parish Episcopal School, Dallas, Texas, running back. We lost John James. He flipped from Georgia and went to Oregon. And so Andrew Paul is a running back, 5'11", 220, 3-star running back, but 247 Sports and Rivals says, now he should actually be much more than a 3-star running back. Comes from a military background. He committed today, and Georgia is really excited. Kirby Smart and the coaching staff really, really excited about Andrew Paul. Yeah, his comes from a military family, and they say, oh, discipline. There it is, and apparently a fine young man. So that was a big get. In fact, someone I was reading somewhere says this is the hidden jewel of not only this class, but of the day. Andrew Paul. He could be the next great running back. The University of Georgia. Drew Bobo signed, obviously. Coach Bobo's son. Played at Auburn, Alabama High School last year. Offensive tackle, 6'5", 300. Wow. Let's see. Yes. Well, I think as far as the defensive coordinator is concerned, that's pretty well set. That's going to be Glenn Schulman and Will Muschamp. They're going to be sharing the duties. Now, Glenn Schulman, I want to tell you something. Glenn Schulman had a good day with these linebackers. I think he's like the primary recruiter for linebackers. And he had an excellent day with recruiting for these linebackers. So, and Matt Luke, our offensive line coach, had a good day. Cole Spear out of Calhoun, Georgia, wide receiver, 6'1", 185. Is that all? Yeah, that's all we have. That's the recruiting class for the University of Georgia. Is that right? Did we get them all? Let's see. Bear Alexander, Alubai. We didn't say Alubai, did we? Or we did? Okay. He's an offensive lineman out of Memphis, Tennessee. Jacob Hood, Julian Humphrey, Marvin Jones. Let's see. Did we get them all? Malik Stars. Gunnar Stockton. He's our quarterback out of there. Going to be interesting what happens in the quarterback room. Yeah, DJ Daniels or JD Daniels. I get it right in a minute. He's not he hasn't gone anywhere, right? Oh, yeah, he's still in the portal. What do you do when you're stuck in the portal? Okay. Um, anyway, it was a good day. It was a good day for Georgia. Again, the third ranked recruiting class for 2022. So congratulations to Kirby Smart and the staff for another stellar recruiting class. Number three ranked nationally, number three ranked in the SEC. That's because two other SEC schools are 1 and 2. Now projection for next year in the 2023 class is it? Yeah, the projection right now for Georgia in the 2023 class is that Georgia has the number one recruiting class for 2023 with the those who have committed so far. How about that? Cool. So is that all? That's it. That's what we just wanted to jump in here and kind of give you an update. Again, check out our podcast with Hudson Swafford, UGA guy, golfer, PGA golfer, loves University of Georgia. Okay, what we got here? Jerry says JT is not stuck. He needs to graduate to be a grad transfer. Oh, I got you. Okay. Well, very good, Jerry. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So why don't he just stick around? Why not stick around and compete? Hey, Stetson beat you out last year. Go for it and beat him out this year. Okay. All right. So be sure to check out our podcast, our latest podcast, Hudson Swafford, great guy, wonderful golfer. The ninth, he's number 9 on the FedEx ranking list. He's number 9 in the FedEx rankings. The 65th ranked golfer in the world. Won a big tournament a couple of weeks ago. He's going to Phoenix, to play in the PGA Tour event in Phoenix. That the Phoenix Open, where they play at TPC Scottsdale. That's that 16th hole with all the stands around it, and all the people are going crazy. It's not your normal "be quiet, please" golf hole on the PGA Tour. I mean, they're yelling and razzing the golfers, and it's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun to watch. But Hudson will be playing in that, so good luck to him on the PGA Tour. What is my golf ranking? I don't know, about 9,000, maybe. No, I'm not that high. I'm an unranked golfer. I'm just a walk-on. Listen, thank you guys for joining us for tonight. Go Dawgs. Had a good day recruiting. Be sure to hang around UGA Football News on Facebook and Instagram. Check out our website, UGAFBnews.com. You will be amazed. In fact, I took a poll. I took a poll of myself. I polled myself, and I think UGAFBnews.com is the best website, college football website, Georgia football website on the internet, or as my friend says, on the internet. So check it out. Appreciate the updates. Hey, appreciate that, Johnny. Thank you very much up in New York. Love it. So check out that. And we, our podcasts are great. Our podcast is great, are great. And we have a good time with that. In fact, go to todaysportsreport.com and check out the one we have with Champ Bailey. You see that little thing down there, Bailey Hall in Brigette, which is the kind of like the corporate name for UGA Football News and all that stuff. Well, the Bailey is Champ Bailey. So, we had a great talk with him on our podcast as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Go Dawgs, go Dawgs, go Dawgs. Let's do it again. Join us again next time for our next program. We love you and appreciate you.